I didn't say it would be easy, Neo. I just said it would be the truth.
The Wachowskis didn't just make a sci-fi movie in 1999. They made something far more dangerous. They proved that philosophy, the kind that lives in dusty academic journals and puts undergrads to sleep, could grip you by the throat and refuse to let go. A programmer trapped in a computer simulation discovers his entire existence is a lie. That premise alone wouldn't matter if the film didn't ask the one question most of us spend our lives avoiding. Are you awake right now?
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
This isn't entertainment. It's a wake-up call dressed as a blockbuster. At its core sit questions that should terrify us. What's actually real? Do we even want the truth? Can human beings be free? The Matrix doesn't let you sit comfortably with those questions. It drags them from the abstract into the visceral, the urgent, the personal. Neo moves from nihilism to enlightenment, from slave to liberator, becoming the one, the only person with the capacity to free humanity from machine overlords. His journey is the philosopher's journey.
There is no spoon.
Packaged as gunfights and leather coats and impossible martial arts.
Free your mind.
Okie dokie. For my mind.
26 years later, the film's central thesis cuts deeper than it did opening weekend. The truth shall set you free.
It was he who freed the first of us, taught us the truth.
But freedom demands something most people won't give: awakening. Neo's path toward liberation unfolds across 7 brutal, necessary phases: dreaming, destruction, reconstruction, self-knowledge, doubt, belief, love. Each phase strips away another layer of comfortable delusion. Each one forces a choice between the safety of sleep and the terror of consciousness. And here's what makes the whole thing unbearable. You're not watching Neo's story from a distance. You're living in your own matrix right now, unconscious to the invisible prison built around your perception. His 7 phases are your roadmap. The question is whether you'll follow it. Let's walk the path. Neo's awakening begins in the strangest place possible. While he's asleep, we meet him slumped over his keyboard, computer screen glowing in the dark, running a search for someone named Morpheus. The name isn't accidental. Morpheus, Greek god of dreams. A figure who doesn't just enter dreams, but controls them, shapes them, makes them indistinguishable from waking life. Neo's hunting for the master of illusion, while trapped in the deepest illusion of all. Someone, Trinity, though Neo doesn't know it yet, types a message into his computer. 2 words, a command, an invitation, a threat. Neo can't obey it. Not yet. Twice in the opening sequences, we watch him jolt awake in bed, disoriented, uncertain whether what just happened was nightmare or reality. He lives in a permanent state of surreality, caught between worlds.
You ever have that feeling where you're not sure if you're awake or still dreaming?
When Neo finally meets Morpheus, named after the Greek god of dreams, the man speaks directly to this feeling of unreality.
You have the look of a man who accepts what he sees because he is expecting to wake up. Ironically, this is not far from the truth.
The twist cuts to the bone. Neo's real life, the office job, the apartment, the routine, that's the dream.
You've been living in a dream world, Neo.
Everything his senses confirm as solid and true is projection, code, digital phantasm. The waking world is the lie. The dream is where truth whispers. Morpheus stands in direct opposition to the Matrix's greatest weapon, the eyes. The machines enslave through vision, through rational proof, through the authority of observable fact. Morpheus represents intuition, faith in what cannot be seen, trust in the invisible architecture beneath surface reality. His ship bears the name Nebuchadnezzar, a reference to the ancient Babylonian king who, in the book of Daniel, gave his wise men an impossible task. Not just interpret his dream, but tell him what the dream was in the first place, knowledge of the unknowable. The Matrix tells us that awakening begins here, trusting intuition and dreams before rational mind catches up.
You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life.
This inner compass points true north before logic can plot the coordinates. Shakespeare understood it.
Such shaping fantasies that apprehend more than cool reason ever comprehends.
Neo's intuition, his dreams, his inexplicable sense that something is wrong, they lead him to form a question. Not just any question. The question Trinity and the others began their journeys with this same inquiry.
You know the question, just as I did.
What is the Matrix?
So what launches these future rebels toward freedom? a growing awareness of something invisible, something that surrounds them completely, something their senses cannot detect.
There's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind.
The Matrix.
The thing they're starting to perceive.
A prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch.
This calls to mind David Foster Wallace's parable about the fish.
Morning, boys. How's the water?
What the hell is water?
Two young fish swimming along, an older fish passes them going the opposite direction, nods and says, "Morning, boys. How's the water?" The two young fish swim on. Eventually, one looks at the other and asks, "What the hell is water?" The point of the fish story is merely that the most obvious, important realities are often the ones that are hardest to see and talk about. To free your mind, you first have to question the obvious, what's right in front of your eyes.
You think that's air you're breathing now?
Dreaming asks the question, but questions won't free you. The second phase proves that awakening demands violence. Morpheus offers Neo a choice, not a philosophical thought experiment, an actual, irreversible decision with permanent consequences.
The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe.
Or Neo can go back to his old life.
You stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
You are a slave, Neo.
Until this moment, Morpheus and his team exist only inside the Matrix, projections interfacing with Neo's projected self. The red pill changes everything. It's a tracer program that allows Morpheus to locate Neo's actual body in the real world, where machines grow humans in pods like crops, harvesting them for bioelectric energy, as Neo's false reality shatters.
This can't be. Be what? Be real?
The disruption to his mind becomes so violent it nearly kills him.
He's going into arrest.
This is Neo's first death, his first rebirth. The person who took the red pill dies. Someone new wakes up, gasping, terrified, asking,
Am I dead?
Far from it.
Like an infant, Neo must learn to use his body.
Your muscles have atrophied. We're rebuilding them.
He must learn to see through his own eyes for the first time.
Why my eyes, sir? You've never used them before.
The training that follows is a process of unlearning. Morpheus pushes Neo to move past thought into knowing.
Don't think you are. Know you are.
Because the thinking holding Neo back is obedience. Obedience to the rules written by machines and enforced by their agents.
Like gravity. What you must learn is that these rules are no different than the rules of a computer system.
Even if you're not ready to reject physics itself, consider this. How much of your life is restricted by what you think you must do, what you assume is impossible, what you've been taught to accept as fixed and unchangeable? The agents seem unstoppable at first, manifestations of the system itself, infinitely powerful.
Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be.
The implication cuts both ways. They have power waiting to be unlocked. So do you, if you can unlearn your limitations, if you can stop believing.
Do you believe that my being stronger or faster has anything to do with my muscles in this place?
Destruction cleared the ground, burned away the illusions. Now comes the stranger challenge, Reconstruction. Neo trains with Morpheus against a blank white background. No features, no objects, nothing except what they choose to summon into existence.
This is the construct. It's our loading program. We can load anything from clothing to equipment.
For the first time in his life, Neo discovers agency, not the illusion of choice within predetermined options, but genuine creative power, the ability to shape reality from nothing. This phase maps closely onto existentialism, the philosophical stance that grapples with radical human freedom. Existentialists claim we really are free, completely free, terrifyingly free. At first, humans despair when they realize this freedom. They find themselves in a world without inherent meaning, without cosmic purpose, handed down from on high. But existentialists don't see this as depressing. They see freedom as the ultimate value. We get to create our own meaning. Friedrich Nietzsche, one of existentialism's founding fathers, conceived of a figure he called the Übermensch, the overman, a being who would create new life-affirming values, who would give higher meaning to human existence by refusing to accept inherited morality and instead forging something new. Sound familiar?
There was a man born inside who had the ability to
change whatever he wanted, to remake the Matrix as he saw fit.
The Matrix is Neo becoming the Ubermensch, becoming the One.
You are the one, Neo.
But that raises the question driving everything that comes next. Is he, though? Is he actually the One? The fourth phase of awakening provides the answer, and it's not the answer anyone expects.
It's Latin. Means know thyself.
Morpheus brings Neo to meet the Oracle, named after the Oracle of Delphi, ancient Greece's conduit to divine wisdom. The Oracle seems to shut down every hope Neo carried into this meeting.
But you already know what I'm going to tell you.
I'm not the one.
Sorry, kid.
Except that's not really what she tells him. What she actually tells him is that the answers live inside him, not in her prophecies, not in Morpheus's faith inside Neo himself.
Being the one is just like being in love. No one can tell you you're in love, you just know it.
Self-knowledge can't arrive through external validation. Neo can't know he's the one because someone else declares it. That's why the Oracle strategically dismantles the grand narrative Morpheus and the others have built around Neo's identity.
If you are, it's a very exciting time.
No one's ever made the first jump.
But what if he does?
She redirects his focus entirely, preparing him for a choice he'll face soon.
In the one hand, you'll have Morpheus's life, and in the other hand, you'll have your own.
Wait, why is she talking about this instead of confirming or denying his special destiny? Because the Oracle doesn't deal in answers. She deals in tests, information that becomes useful only when you walk through it, live it, prove what you're made of.
She told you exactly what you needed to hear. That's all.
Prophecy's value isn't in revealing the future before it arrives. Prophecy's value is in providing the exact information you need to forge self-knowledge from within by walking the path.
Sooner or later, you're going to realize, just as I did, there's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path.
The Oracle does drop one subtle hint that she believes Neo will develop into the One. She mentions Trinity's feelings.
I can see why she likes you.
Who?
Later, we learn the Oracle predicted that Trinity would fall in love with the One.
The Oracle told me that I would fall in love and that the man that I loved would be the one.
From early on, it's clear Neo will become the One. The real question isn't if, it's why. Is this the story of Neo discovering he's the One or deciding that he is? Are we free to decide our own fates?
Do you believe in fate, Neo?
No,
Why not?
because I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life.
When the Oracle anticipates Neo knocking over the vase,
And don't worry about the vase.
What is?
she raises this unknowable paradox of whether the future is decided or chosen.
What's really going to bake your noodle later on is, would you still have broken it if I hadn't said anything?
The Oracle's role isn't to resolve this duality between fate and freedom. It's to reframe it entirely.
And she's never wrong.
Try not to think of it in terms of right and wrong. She is a guide, Neo. She can help you to find the path.
She predicts patterns while leaving room for the randomness born from choice. Her vision of destiny is an ever-shifting ink blot test.
Do you think you are the one?
When she meets Neo, her ink blot test reflects someone who doesn't believe in himself, so he's not there yet. The necessary elements exist, but Neo must also decide his destiny.
You got the gift, but it looks like you're waiting for something.
Waiting for what? The fifth phase, the battle against doubt.
You have to let it all go, Neo. Fear, doubt, and disbelief.
Neo's doubt manifests as fear of falling. We see it when he's still inside the Matrix, pre-awakening.
There are two ways out of this building. One is that scaffold, the other is in their custody.
He caves to the fear, chooses capture over the leap. During training, he faces another great height. This time he chooses to jump, but he doesn't make it.
Everybody falls the first time.
The fall proves he doesn't yet believe in his own capabilities. Doubt gets a face in this story. Cypher, the traitor who whispers temptation in the Resistance's ear, who wants desperately for them to submit to the inevitable machine victory.
Tired of this war. Tired of fighting. Tired of this ship being cold, eating the same goddamn goop every day.
Cypher rejects truth itself.
I know this state doesn't exist.
He chooses to descend back into hedonism and ignorance.
Ignorance is bliss.
Through Cypher, the Matrix challenges its own thesis, that mankind truly wants liberation and enlightenment.
I choose the Matrix.
The character forces us to answer honestly. Which would we really choose? A difficult but free life or blissful subjugation?
I know what you're thinking. Why, oh why, didn't I take the blue pill?
Most of us secretly prefer the lie. We'll fight to preserve it if that illusion maintains our comfort and protects us from suffering.
Most of these people are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on the system, that they will fight to protect it.
The Matrix Reloaded reveals that only 1% of human minds reject the Matrix.
99% of all test subjects accepted the program as long as they were given a choice, even if they were only aware of the choice at a near unconscious level.
Cypher desperately wants Neo to fail.
You never did answer me before. Bought into Morpheus' bullshit.
He seems to know about the Oracle's prophecy linking Trinity's love to the One, because he keeps demanding she confirm or deny Neo's authenticity.
You don't, do you? All I want is a little yes or no.
Even though Cypher believes in nothing, he craves certainty in that nothingness.
Morpheus was right. And there's no way I can pull this plug. I mean, if Neo's the one, then there'd have to be some kind of a miracle to stop me.
Hunting for this certainty, he murders several rebels and nearly destroys their entire operation before getting killed himself. But Cypher's death is redundant. He was already dead, already committed to erasing his agency and consciousness to become mindless fuel for the machine network.
I go back to sleep, and when I wake up, I'll remember a goddamn thing.
His desperate need for proof that humanity's situation is hopeless stems from knowing, deep in whatever's left of his soul, that what he's doing is evil. Choosing ignorance enables oppression. Everyone plugged into the Matrix can be taken over by an agent at any moment, turned into a tool for the system of slavery.
The very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of that system, and that makes them our enemy.
Cypher's last words before death?
I don't believe it.
His name is an alternate spelling of Cypher, 0. Neo's name is an anagram for 1. These two opposite characters correspond to the binary system computers operate in, 1 and 0. What seems like infinite choices collapses down to just 2. Believe in something, or believe in nothing.
Believe it or not, you piece of shit, you're still gonna burn.
Rational knowledge can't overcome doubt. Only the 6th phase can defeat it. Belief.
I know that's what it looks like, but it's not. I can't explain to you why it's not.
The moment Neo discovers belief is the moment the plot turns in his favor.
That's why I have to go.
Why?
Because I believe in something.
Morpheus gets captured, tortured for the access codes to Zion, the last free human city. The Resistance wants to pull his plug. No one has ever beaten an agent impossible. Suicide. Neo decides to do the impossible.
I believe I can bring him back.
This is the choice the Oracle signposted. The crucible where Neo's nature gets forged, determined, revealed. He still doubts he's the one.
I'm not the one, Trinity.
Neo doesn't have the ego to abstractly believe he's humanity's savior, but when the mentor he loves and admires more than anything faces death, Neo unconsciously, irrationally believes in his ability to save him. He knows he has the One's power. He just doesn't know he knows it yet.
What do you need besides a miracle?
Guns. Lots of guns.
The 3 central characters, Morpheus, Trinity, Neo, are all driven by belief.
Morpheus believed something, and he was ready to give his life for what he believed. I understand that now.
Cypher's weakness stems from lacking belief entirely. 1 is powered by faith, 0 is powered by nothing. The Matrix posits that faith is stronger than knowledge. It's something no one can take from you.
Let me tell you what I believe. I believe Morpheus means more to me than he does to you. I believe if you are really serious about saving him, you are going to need my help.
Something no one can argue you out of.
If you don't like it, I believe you can go to hell.
Steadfast belief in his mission allows Neo to dodge bullets like an agent.
How did you do that?
Do what?
You moved like they do.
But he's still hit by 1 bullet. His self-doubt lingers.
Wasn't fast enough.
Trinity rescues him,
Dodge this.
foreshadowing how she'll provide the final weapon for his awakening soon. When Agent Smith takes over a homeless man's body in the subway tunnel, just after Trinity and Morpheus exit, Neo does the unthinkable. He stands his ground against an agent. At this point, belief makes Neo an even match for Agent Smith, but he hasn't surpassed the agents. They believe completely too. As software programs, belief is coded into their DNA. Smith keeps calling him Mr. Anderson. The name pushes Neo to cast off his slave identity and claim his true self.
The name is Neo.
He's trusting his individual power at last.
What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Neo wins the fight. But the agent just stops the train and takes over another body. Neo runs. Just before exiting the Matrix, he's taken by surprise, shot, flatlines. In this moment, the Oracle's prophecy that either Morpheus or Neo would die comes true. But the deeper meaning was obscured by technicalities. Neo wasn't yet the one, because he had to die in his current form and be reborn as someone new. His name, after all, is a prefix meaning new.
But it looks like you're waiting for something.
What?
Your next life, maybe.
Death transformed him, but one phase remains. The most crucial, the most powerful, the one that completes his awakening and makes him unstoppable. Love.
You can't be dead. You can't be. Because I love you.
Until this point, one fact held absolutely true. Death in the Matrix kills you in real life.
The body cannot live without the mind.
But the physical sensations in the Matrix are illusion. Trinity's love in the real world, combined with Neo's exceptional ability to separate his mind from his Matrix body, leads to resurrection.
Now get up.
Belief made him as powerful as an agent. Belief powered by love makes him unstoppable.
No.
He fulfills Morpheus's earlier prediction.
That I can dodge bullets?
I'm trying to tell you that when you're ready, you won't have to.
Armed with agency, self-belief, and love, Neo sees through the agent's illusory forms to the pure code they actually are. This is total truth visualized, seeing into the essence of things. Now that he glimpses complete truth, he can bend code to his will. He goes inside an agent and destroys it from within. The agents run from him. During this sequence, holy music plays, underlining that this level of insight is godlike.
He is the one.
Hints throughout suggest Neo's story parallels the Christ narrative.
Jesus Christ, he's fast.
He dies and resurrects through love, through Trinity. You can loosely associate the three central characters with the three figures of the Trinity, the Father,
Morpheus, you're more than a leader to us. You're a father.
the Son,
Hallelujah. You're my savior, man.
and the Holy Spirit. The nameplate of the Resistance ship references the Bible verse Mark 3:11. Neo is betrayed by a Judas figure. Most fundamentally, he's a radical who comes to spread world-altering truth in the hearts of people. Neo's defeat of the agents signifies the triumph of human values, culminating in love, the most irrational value of all. At the end, Rage Against the Machine plays. The significance isn't just fighting machines in this story. It's raging against what seems certain, impossible, set in stone. In the last shot, Neo flies upward. The imagery recalls the Buddha who could ascend to heaven after reaching enlightenment. A visualization of how accepting truth allows you to fly free.
A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries.
But there's one final truth embedded in this film, the one that changes everything. Neo is not exceptional on the surface.
Not too bright, though.
So it feels jarring that Morpheus and others immediately, unshakably believe in his special nature. Why this guy?
Go on your left. No, your other left.
But there's hidden significance in Neo being an everyman. The point isn't that he's the only one. The point is that we all have a one within us. Transcendental poet Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "If we walk these 7 steps toward awakening, dreaming, destruction, reconstruction, self-knowledge, doubt, belief, love, we can begin accessing the power of seeing infinite truth."
Do not try and bend the spoon. Only try to realize the truth.
Neo's journey teaches us that thinking deeply is the secret to waking up and being truly alive.
There's no spoon?
Then you'll see that it is not the spoon that bends. It is only yourself.
God, truth, the one. Whatever name you give it, the Matrix sends this message. Within yourself is untold power waiting to be unlocked.
A world where anything is possible.
You're living in your own Matrix right now, unconscious to invisible prisons, asleep while believing you're awake. The question isn't whether you can awaken, the question is whether you'll choose to. Because awakening, like Neo discovered, isn't a gift bestowed by prophecy or fate. It's a state achieved through choice. Every moment you remain unconscious is a choice. Every moment you refuse to question the obvious is a choice. Every moment you prefer comfort over truth is a choice. The power was always there. You're just waiting for something. Your next life, maybe.